Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F4 division. We are live here at the Russian Grand Prix. It's round number 15 of the season, so we're getting into the business end. Only 6 Grand Prix to go, technically 7, because we missed out Singapore last week. Fingers crossed that we will have no issues like that. Apparently Virgin Media sorted out their problems, so yay to that. So we're looking forward to a good race here tonight. Championship is very, very much up for grabs in both the drivers and the teams championship. So let's get going. My name is RSF1 Bundle, and as always I'm joined by my co-compatriot Top Notch, who has got a new headset now, so we can hear his lovely crisp voice a lot clearer this time. So good evening, Top Notch.
Hi mate, yeah, and hello everyone. Yay to the new headset.
Yay to the new headset. Yes, obviously last week we know what happened. It was a mess. There was a whole talk about it, but we're all past that now. We're all positive people moving forward. And obviously moving forward, still, as I said, got a championship up for grabs here as people get underway in the lovely sunny conditions of Russia for the time being. So looking forward to this tonight, Top Notch. I presume you are, considering last week. Kind of missed it, didn't we?
I sure am, mate. A week without racing. I know everyone wanted to get going last week, but there's other people to think about, so we move on. And yeah, this is an interesting track, so definitely looking forward to it.
Yes, can also be a very difficult track to master as well. Obviously long sweeping corners. It's a very, very long run down to technically turn 1. I mean, turn 1 is our right-hander flat out, but the first braking zone is very, very long from the grid. So it could be something very interesting. First big news really for viewers of F4, nearly said F1, is Thomas, who we saw in the last couple of weeks in F4. He won Singapore, and then he almost comfortably, or very comfortably, won the Italian Grand Prix the last time we raced. He has been moved up to F3, so he will be in there, and obviously we wish him all the best for his season or the rest of his races. Replacing him in the McLaren is a familiar name to the RSF1 community, and that's iCharismic. So welcome to F4 Charismic. I believe he's raced before, maybe once or twice over the past couple of weeks. He's now a full-time driver in the McLaren, and we'll be keen to see what he can get up with. Okay, so obviously let's talk about last time we raced just briefly. The Italian Grand Prix was the last race, and Thomas did win that, but obviously could put that to one side now. Grunt Chastafy in the Renault was second in there, obviously showing his pace now in the Renault. He's all settled together in that team. Weber was third, and then we had our championship contenders, Maniac, Quaker and Connor. They finished as they are in the championship in 4th, 5th and 6th. There's very much the battle still going on there. But definitely there are a couple of drivers that are keen to move on. I believe you have the championship standings. Top Notch, you want to go through them?
Yeah, I can run through them quickly for you, mate. And at the bottom, unfortunately, on 0 points is Carlin and Wagsy. And then just above them is RSF1 Bottler on 6. And then Ted First on 21 points. And then just above him is Grantastrophe on 22 points. And then Grounded Vinny is on 30 points. And then a little bit in front of him is Wobbles on 35 points. And then LR Blazer Guns still on 45 points. And I know he'll be keen to move on from that score. I think he's sick of it by now. And then RSF1 Scotsman just in front of him on 50 points. Thomas on 50 points, but he's not here anymore. RSF1 Porter, 54 points. just in front of him by a minuscule is RSF1 Junior on 55 points. And then 10 points in front of them two is Odder on 65 points. And then just in front of him is CCRO Weber on 66 points. So very close in that midfield. And then Primus Gaiman, RSF1 Kachow and Daniel all on 79 points. So any one of them have a good race and they can jump up a couple of positions. And then quite a big jump in third position is Connor Todd on 114 points. And then another quite a big jump, 20 odd points, 24 points, is Quaker Oates on 138 points in second position. And then in first position, RSF1 Maniac on 150 points.
Thank you very much. The thing just popped up in the chat. Grunchastovi says that there's only corner racing line. It's restricted. Don't think that's a major issue. I don't see any people. Anything I would say, Grunchastovi, is if any more people bring that up, then may have to restart the lobby. But it's got to be quick, ideally. What do you think, Top Notch, with that?
I've
Normally,
never known that
because
to be
normally,
restricted.
it's not that. It's obviously, do people use all the line at all time? Is that really a massive issue? The restart.
Yes, CCR Weber's restart no line. I'm confused at the minute. One saying one thing, one saying another thing. So we'll just wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, just wait a minute. I'm going with a no at this point.
Some pretty quick times if there's some no line.
Yeah, to be honest. I mean, okay, actually. Drivers in the chat that are in there, right, that are having this problem. Is it corners only line is the best you can have, or is it restricted to no line? Because if it's restricted to no line, then that is an issue. But yeah, as you say, Tom, it's still setting good times, so I don't really see. Yeah, Patronus has put that in the chat. Is if line is turned off, then that is an issue, because I've tried racing without racing line.
Line is turned off because 132.4. I don't see anyone.
Yeah, it's just set to corners only.
Line. Yeah, which I don't see that's a problem. I mean,
no.
I use it like that. That's how I run it.
Not like if everything was if no traction, for example, that was restricted, I guess. Anyway, yes, thank you for those championship standings. They're top notch. Obviously,
Weber.
realistic. That's Weber, 31.
Wow, very fast lap left from Weber.
Yes, Wagsy's meant to. I forgot to mention that Wagsy's actually meant to have a qualifying ban, but he's already set a time.
Yeah, it's very
okay.
Naughty.
Yeah, he's meant to. Yeah, he's meant to be taking a qualifying ban, actually. So, multi boy, he's already set a time. There we go.
Maniac just betters his time a little bit
do you
faster.
have him? Do you have him as a friend?
No, but I can search him. I recently played with, mate.
Yeah,
and,
search him. If he's in a party, I'd go in there and basically say, "Excuse me, you do realise you have a qualifying ban, right?" Anyway, moving on. Let's move on. Constructors, as Charismic, obviously the new guy to F4, just finishing up his lap in the McLaren. Got a little bit uneasy on the curbs there. Constructors, Red Bull lead the Constructors. They are on 275 points. Obviously, they've lost Kid Cudi. They still have Quaker Oats and Wagsy pushing them forward as Charismic goes into P11 with that time. Toro Rosso have caught them up in the last couple of races with Maniac and Bodder at the helm. Bodder is actually not here in this race, so it's just Maniac, so a bit of pressure on him to score points with Toro Rosso, keep that momentum up. Racing Point are the team on the rise of Connor and Junior. As you can see, 3rd and 5th so far, definitely keeping that going. They're on 164. Alpha are next on 131, with Haas on 117, Mercedes on 111, Renault 96, Ferrari 87, Williams 74, and McLaren, obviously with those 2 wins by Thomas, is now on 70 points. So definitely very much up for grabs is the constructors. I definitely would not count out any of the top 4 teams, really. As I said, Racing Point, as we've seen.
0.9. Wow.
Yeah, so Racing Point, as you can see, are on the rise. If I were a betting man, I'd say it'd be between Racing Point, Toro Rosso, and Red Bull. But if Toro Rosso and Racing Point are going to beat Red Bull, they're going to have to continue the momentum of the good results. They need like 1st and 5ths or anything in between like that. Wagsy has retired, but he has set a lap. With a qualifying ban, you're not meant to. So there we go. 7 minutes to go. We continue.
Got the message. Thank you, Wagsy.
Eventually, not even meant to set a time. There we go.
Yeah, he was confused.
Ciao.
He said he was confused whether he does it at Singapore at the end of the season. So hopefully we can all get in front of him and it won't affect the standings.
But it says on the driver information that it's the flag next to the qualifying ban is the Russian flag. So,
yeah.
There you go. Right, so Kachal coming into the middle sector now had a it's had an up and down season so far. Has Kachal was in the title fight, dropped down a little bit. Yeah, it's been an up and down roller coaster of a season. Didn't score any points in Monza, so be keen to push on through. Oh wow, that's a massive ease. I think he's the one struggling with the line at the moment, because that was a big over the curb corner cut there. So again, it's not a massive issue, is it? But it would be difficult for these drivers if they're used to full racing line and they have to adjust the corners.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that could be if that's what you're used to.
Yeah. 5 minutes to go. Everybody on soft tyres, so obviously no one gambling on mediums or hards. Now, at this track, obviously I found out yesterday, softs are way faster than the mediums. It's about 1.2 seconds the difference. And then it's another 7 tenths to hards. Strategy, if it's right, we are calling a restart, aren't we? Because that's Junior leaving, unless that's him lagging out. Need some information, people in the chat. Can you tell me? That'd be good. I think a few people are having too many problems. Oh, he's lagged out. Okay, never mind. Can you invite him back, please?
Yeah, as soon as I get the option to, mate, I'll send him an invite.
Cool. Well, that's a shame there.
Oh,
Rismic has also left the session. Is he saying restart basically? I think he is. I need to know, people in the chat, please. Any information would be good, because I'm kind of in the blank here. Yeah, it is. This is Connor Todd's leaving. Unless we're getting more issues again, there is that, I guess. Right. That's a shame, because I was all geared up for that.
Yeah, same as me, Brando.
Well, Maniac saying to me nothing's been said. So I'm guessing that's just A few people lagging out. Are we still having the issues? Please don't.
That was good.
Is Junior back online? Online at the moment.
The invite bar is not popping up though.
Sorry guys,
There
let
you
me just
go.
check.
Yes, I've got that.
Yeah, I think that's just a few people lagging out.
Yeah, I think they've all had an invite now, so...
Yeah. My view on this is, if there was lots of people telling me that they had the issues, with it being on corners only, then I would call a restart. But it's, again, it's just my view on it.
It's either that, or a lot of them are having troubles again.
Yeah. Right, 2 minutes to go. Can you just can you jump into lobby restart? Okay. Yep. It is under the rules, to be fair. If a setting is wrong, then it is a restart, but we have gone pretty much the whole Q1. But there we go. We're going to restart, so no problems. Okay. Let me exit this. Alright, so apologies for this, guys. Right, so restart shouldn't take that long at all, so I'll keep the stream running. Shouldn't be too long before we get underway again. Wait for the invite and then go from there. Yeah. Again, when it comes down to it, you know, if people start questioning, etc. I personally didn't think it was as major of an issue. Obviously, it was, but again, yeah, again, it's a debatable one. It is a debatable one, but it's fine. We can move on from it. We can have a fresh race, etc., and you know, put it to one side, and go from there. So they invite you now.
Yeah, at least we weren't
Again,
having internet problems when have a good race.
No, because we'll start thinking that.
Yeah, so was I, to be honest.
We'll start thinking that.
Trying to get invites left, right, and centre.
And this shouldn't take too long at all. It's literally just jumping from one lobby to the next. Here we go on. Now we can focus completely on qualifying, because obviously you've heard of the championship table, etc. So we can go from now. Right, should be very, very soon that this happens. Oh, you gone spectate top notch.
Oh, sorry. I'm just reading in the chat that Maniac has said Wagsy has been disqualified from the Russian GP.
Is that because he set a lap? I was thinking that. I was thinking that. Actually, could you jump into the to Junior's party? Had that confirmed, please. As much as I trust Maniac, I don't want to, officially say it, just in case. Being careful. Right. Obviously, in the meantime, we wait for a couple more people, then we can move on. Qualifying, etc. Predictions in the chat, if you want to put that. Who do you reckon is going to win this race? Hello.
Hello. He has, yes.
I thought so. Sorry, I had to confirm that from you.
Yeah, no worries, that's fine. Yeah, he's been, because he ignored his ban for the qualifying.
Yeah, he said a
He's
lot.
been disqualified from the race, so yeah, unfortunate, but that's
Okay.
the way it is.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Were there loads of people having the issues with the corner line?
No, I don't think so. But I'd set it to corners only, so I'm guessing there must have been a driver that used full racing line.
Yeah, I did see Kachal. I think he was having trouble with it.
Okay.
But yeah, no worries. Yeah, rules are rules, etc. If a setting is, incorrect, whether it be, traction or anything else, then it's for Okay. Let you
So
you'll get on with your race.
It'll be down to 17 drivers now, obviously, because Magley's not in. So.
Okay, so who are we waiting on? Just the one more.
Yeah, Daniel P45 is just joining now, and then we're good to go.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Alrighty, boys.
Yeah, no worries.
Right,
Thanks,
good luck, have fun.
Alright, so there you go. Just in case his audio wasn't included, I don't think it was. Wagsy has been disqualified from the race. He will be taking no part because he basically went out and set a lap and ignored his qualifying ban. So moving forward, he will not be taking any part. That's a shame. But yeah, it's very true. We are just waiting on Daniel P45, and then we should be ready to go completely. So 17 drivers will be battling it out now. So again, normally I would have, stopped the stream and just said, we'll resume when we're ready, but I didn't expect a long turnaround. Obviously, next time out will be the Japanese Grand Prix, obviously a very legendary circuit on the calendar. That potentially could be a game changer, top notch, because it's a very difficult track to get around. Not many people, I don't like it personally. I don't know what you thinking about it, but obviously looking forward to next week. What do you think about that? That could potentially be somebody different to the front.
Yeah, for sure. Japan's not one of my favourite tracks. Only the first sector, really. The windiness of it is quite hard
The
to get.
SS.
Other than that, it's a really good track, and it's quite challenging because it's quite narrow track, so overtaking is possible, but it's quite risky.
Obviously we've got this track as well, Russia before. Again, kind of similar in a way to Japan. In the fact it's got long sweeping corners. It's not, apart from the last sector, which is all stop and start. This track can catch you well, actually. It's especially that middle sector, double left-hander, which we'll point out when we get underway. Quite a few people already have caught themselves on the curbs on that part. Can be very easy to do. And of course, track limits. Track limits is very interesting around here, isn't it? Top notch. So might see a few of that in qualifying. Didn't see it actually in that initial first take of qualifying, which is good. considering it was a corners only racing line, but it shouldn't have been. Yeah, very difficult to get right around here.
Yeah, it sure is. It's very easy to notch up some penalty points in the race and to mess up the qualifying lap as well. So expect to see some drama for sure in qualifying.
We've still got a little bit of time. Daniel's just waiting for his. He's restarted his Xbox. We're just waiting for him. That's no problem. So time I can actually give a bit of information, a bit of news. Obviously, for those that watched the event that myself and a few others did around Bathurst on Forza 7 this weekend, thank you again for your support. Including yourself, Top Notch. You did watch a little bit. Yeah, was very good. I was very impressed, considering I was the only one that had done an endurance race before with the organisers we did it with. So very, very impressed from all the others that took part. Shane, Zombiehead, Lukey, Dangerous Dan and Blazer Guns, who is obviously in this race tonight. They all did very well. There's just been an announcement actually from the organisers that took part or did that race of the next one, and it's a big one. It's Le Mans 24 hours.
Wow.
And already I'm starting to build a team of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Obviously completely off F1 of course, but obviously like before, if you can watch there, if you can watch that race at any point when I put the a little announcement up in the members lounge, please do so. All the support will be any support will be very, very grateful. But that'll be then. That'll be next month, 6th of June, I believe it is that race. So yeah, looking forward to that. That'll be interesting. But anyway, we're into tonight. So let's go. Gagulikek. Sorry, that's a horrible attempt at your pronunciation on my part. Yes, we had an incorrect setting
I believe
in
that's
the
Thomas
lobby.
Daniel, I think.
Okay. Incorrect setting. It was on corners only racing line, and some people are used to full racing line, and it was a bit of a trouble. It's a small issue for me. Obviously, other people may disagree. It's a small issue, but rules are rules. If the setting is wrong in any sort of way, then we must restart. So that's why we have done that.
Yeah, it's only fair.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much for those that have stuck with the stream now. Obviously, we're a little bit behind, but moving on. 17 drivers now, so obviously Wagsy didn't heed his qualifying ban that he should have had. So completely restart. So who's going to be the first one out? Anyone? All shy all of a sudden. Obviously those who new to this system, first of all, where have you been? Secondly, it's just the bottom two that we are looking to eliminate from this session, the top 15. So in some ways, because we're now down to 17 top notch, you do not want to be one of those two.
No.
Because take it from me, when you've been knocked out in Q1 and you're waiting, it is a very, very long time. And I'll tell you one disadvantage of that. I don't know whether you've had this. I lose the feeling of the car. Like, it's kind of difficult to explain, but if you've been waiting if you're eliminated from Q1, almost an hour, you then have to wait. Less than that, about 40 minutes. That's a long time. And you're going to get back into the feel of, the turning the car and the braking and everything before going back in. Do you feel that as a disadvantage if that has ever happened to you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're definitely at a disadvantage. And not only that, especially on a track like this where the hards are basically like suicide if you go on the hards. So you're kind of stuck with like the mediums or the softs anyway, so you can't really gain anything from starting at the back. Sometimes you can go on the hards, go really long and hope for something to happen, have a bit of luck, but don't really get that. You've got to make the opportunities around here and make the passes. But there are opportunities to pass on this track, so it's a good one to watch.
Yeah. We did mention strategy a little bit, but we'll go over it again. Basically, this track is actually very good on tyre wear. Softs to mediums or mediums to softs. Either way round, basically. Hard tyres, you only use them if you crash in turn 1, basically, or have damage on the first lap. They go for like a good 26, 27 laps. So yeah, all should be simple enough. Softs to mediums or mediums to soft. I would probably think quite a few people will try and get through on medium tyres in Q2. Just to have that, because advantage on the softs at the end of the race is so huge. You saw it a bit last night with the safety car. Obviously, safety car very, very possible round here with the walls, how close they are. So, look forward to that. Maniac, the championship leader, coming into this race, has a 12-point lead over Quaker, if I remember rightly.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So he can lose his lead to Quaker Oats if Quaker outperforms him by a good margin. He cannot use it to Connor because Connor is more than a race win behind. But I was thinking as well, going into the night, Connor needs obviously a good result. There are still 7 races to go now that we're adding Singapore at the end. So it is very much possible. It doesn't have to win races now, but it would help close the gap. But the problem, obviously, all 3 of those guys chasing Maniac down top notch, is you got other people here in this division that can win races, like Junior, for example, Weber, Daniel as well, who is not mathematically out of it, but he needs to start pushing forward, as do Gachao and Primus are still in it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the difficulty, isn't it? It's very competitive still.
Them middle of the field guys, any one of them, especially Primus, Gachao, and I can't remember, I think it was Weber, any one of them have a really good couple of races and they can find themselves right back in the championship.
Of course, and as we've seen over the last few weeks, top notch as well, we can have crazy races in F4. Safety cars are plenty. We've had a safety car every race from Monaco to this point. Will the streak continue is the question around here, so we'll see. Even in Hungary, I remember that race Hungary, it was, from F4 standards, actually pretty straightforward, pretty standard race. Not to say it was boring, it was certainly entertaining, but compared to like before, and then they had a safety car the last 5 laps. So
spiced that right up. Daniel's about to cross the line. It's at second on a 1:32.7.
Grandchastefi in the Renault, fastest at the moment in Q1. Validated his next lap. Definitely showing the pace going forward. Obviously, he got a podium last time out in Monza, well, 2 weeks ago. So he's definitely pushing forward as Bottler goes through 34.4. I think we need to improve on that.
Maniac invalidated again.
Second lap already. Another thing with this track as well is you can do multiple laps on these soft tyres. I still haven't got the act of it, of people going round lap after lap, and especially in qualifying. I can only get like 1 or 2 at best. You see people going around in like 4 or 5 laps, and then they go quicker. I don't understand it, but hey, it's under a bit of pressure, but not too much. Next across the line is a Mercedes, about to start their lap as Weber. Qualifying specialist Weber, isn't he, top notch? Especially the last 3 weeks, he's really been pushing forward in qualifying. Races have been here and there, safe to say, I guess, for Weber this season. And he's not completely out of it, as you say, but like Gachao, it's again, he can have like a good result, and then the next week is not so good. So
yeah, I've actually raced against Weber, and I know in the second half of the season he is very fast. So I think as we see before the restart, he set a very fast lap. And I think we've heard on stream before that he does like rush it onwards. So I expect to see him strong in the second half of the season. But the pressure is on because he's quite a way behind.
Is graded Vinny. Another guy in the Williams that has really been on form. Carlin's just left. As Gonchastrovy goes quicker to a 32.2. He's definitely on it tonight in that Renault. Here was Vinny. Also looked quick in that first take of qualifying. So let's see if he can continue that. He's got a little bit of VRS left. Into the final two corners.
Hopefully he can get back in.
As Vinny 32.3, yeah, goes a tenth behind Grunt in the Renault. He's safely through. Maniac invalidated again, by the way, on his lap. I just caught it. So he's struggling a little bit with the track limits, this Maniac. Still got plenty of time now. 10 minutes left. How would you set up the car for this track, Top Notch, in terms of the setup? Because obviously you've got those long straights, but you've also got that finicky, like, last sector was a lot of stop and start 90-degree corners. So what would you go for? Straight line speed or cornering, or a bit of both?
I think you've got a medium setup around there. I run quite a low front wing and then quite not a high, but a medium rear wing. And that just helps with the oversteer. You don't get so much oversteer, and you're quite smooth through the fast turns. I find that helps. I have heard that people run like 2.4, which is very strange to me. But they seem to be faster.
I ran initially a 3.6 yesterday, and then turned it to a 2.6, and the 2.6 made me find a little bit extra in the especially on the straights, as Conatard just beats Gonchastrovy in the Racing Point. Yeah, people are saying Webber's quick around here. Connor is looking very quick around here as well, and I think he did say Russia is a good track for him. So he goes more than safe in Q1 as his teammate comes out the pits.
Here comes
Junior.
Webber. See what he can do. 31.7.
Oh, 31. Yeah. Webber's flying. First one in the 31s.
Scotsman invalidated, or was that? That must have been another invalidation. Quite a few of them. It's understandable with this track. Charismatic next across the line. Out of deployment. Half of his ERS not even used.
Oh, he cut the last corner as well. Off he goes again. I actually remember last season, Top Notch Junior was online for pole position, and he cut last corner in Q3 on his very last lap. Cost him P1. And had to start like 4th or 5th. I can't remember where he finished. But that's the one thing I remember from Junior's race last season in F4. Very easy to do, especially those last two corners when you're on a good lap.
Yeah, and you know you're on a good lap. That's very easy to want that little bit more, and just lose it all in that last corner. And the line is so close as well. It's just out of reach sometimes. But yeah, quite a few.
Maniac has now. Yeah, Maniac has now set the laps. A 33.0 though. I definitely think you need to improve on that. And the problem is as well, when you pick your tyre strategy, whether you go balanced, soft or hards, if you invalidate all your runs, you'll then, that set of tyres is gone, completely gone, and then you have to use another fresh set, and that compromises you all the way through qualifying. You then don't have enough sets for Q2 to go for it, or even Q3. You get a free set of soft tyres in Q3, but if that's all you've got left, you've got one run, and the pressure of that one run is very immense. So qualifying is an art. So you don't, being quick is all good, but you got to manage the tyres best you can. Right,
puts it in
quick
11th.
rights. Yeah. This in a Ferrari. The only Ferrari here tonight. Who's the other Ferrari? I can't think who it was. I'm in Ferrari and I don't even know.
Wobbles?
That says a lot.
Wobbles?
Yes. Yes, wobbles. But yeah, one Ferrari, one Toro Rosso tonight. Obviously one Red Bull, considering what Wagsy did. Carlin, purple middle sector. Keep on board with this lap. This could be interesting as he goes into this left and the right. Very difficult because the first part's cambered. As you turn in, the car just wants to, you know, fall away from you. Looking relatively good actually, Carlin. And it's a, yeah, 32.8. That should be safe for Q2, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that's where you're going to be need to get high 32s.
Where's Kachow? Actually, where's Quaker? He's in the last sector now. He needs a good result as Quaker. There's quite a few that do, but Quaker especially, because remember he was on for that really decent result in Hungary before he went for a lunge and it didn't work out. 32.3 though. Up there with the mid-guns. Vettel in the chat. Reason being, we had to do a restart because of an incorrect lobby setting. So that's why we're midway through Q1 at this stage. It's Junior coming out the final two corners now. This should put him safe. Or more safer anyway. 32.6. So he's there or thereabouts. As we got 4 minutes to go. Danger. You got Kachow who's yet to start a lap. As with Charismic and Scotsman. Bottler, Tedist, and even Primus as well. Although Primus said he wasn't looking forward to this track. He's hoping for a top 10 at best. Or you'd be happy with a top 10, I think he said. In this race in that Mercedes. He's going through Kachow very sideways through that corner. He's backing out on this one. Kachow's struggling a little bit. And he's left the session as well.
I'll get him an invite.
He's not having a good time tonight. I'd be curious if if he joins within the next minute. It's good. Oh, Scotsman's invalidated. That was through turn 5 there. Went over the curbs. So he's in a little bit of pressure. Getting out the way of Bottler behind. Hi Vettel, thank you for watching. It's been a while since he's watched an F4 race. You've missed quite a bit, Vettel, if that's the case. You missed the excitement, but you're back. It's good. Yeah, I think Charles going to be, even if he joins back in now, he's going to be really trouble. But they're running very close to that wall. He's over a second up on his original time, so this will put him relatively safe. He finishes it off. Yeah, Kachow's joined. He's got 30 seconds to get out of the pits, though. There's Bottler into the final two corners.
It's going to be a good time.
P11. Porter's only just above him as well. Slight danger from him. Scotsman, a minute 50 left. Charisma's about to finish his lap. And he joined his teammate. And no, stays 14th of 33.2.
Yeah, Charismatic under pressure.
I think he's out of fuel as well, so I think that's his qualifying done.
Yeah, I think that is.
Through at the moment, but it's all on Scotsman and whether Charisma can get out in time. And I think, not Charisma, Kachow. Yeah, Kachow's done. So unfortunately, Kachow's done, and Scotsman's invalidated again. What was that? Turn 8, I think. Yeah, these track limits, they are They are a real problem here tonight for these guys. I can relate, is all I can say. This is one of those tracks, basically.
Yeah, it's a very hard track to get right. Especially in
Right, so
qualifying.
Scotsman. Yeah, Scotsman's fine, although his fuel light is blinking, so whether he has enough fuel is the question. He's popped it down to no ERS though, so he will be okay on that one. But no, he's done. So that's a real shame for Scotsman. Victim of the track limit, so he and Kachow will be eliminated from the session. Everybody else is safely through. Right, so back in they go. They can save their set of tyres. Let's a few of them can as well. That is the session now over. Tennis improves to 33.8. Primus is still on a lap. After that, that's it. So early doors, early going in qualifying. Webber looks very quick around here, top notch. But you've got a few other contenders in there. Connor, Grunt, and Quakerite all up there as well.
Yeah, it's very close up that top 4 or 5.
And Primus is about to begin this finish. Is that I think it's going to improve from what he did. So it's extra practice for him. Goes 7th for 32.7. He'll be relatively happy with that.
Yeah,
he can repeat that in the Q2.
I'd be happy with that one.
Yeah, if he can repeat that in the Q2. As Daniel retires in the Haas to end Q1. Right, so as I said, eliminated from the Q1. 2 people from Scotland, Scotsman and Kachow, 16th for Scotsman, Kachow 17th. Very unfortunate for both. Of course, they still got the race to go. They can still get something, especially with the safety cars we keep having. So there we go. But the top 3, top notch.
Yeah, in 3rd position, Grantastrophe. And then in 2nd position, Connor Todd. And then in 1st position, TCR Webber.
The one downside for a restart, top notch, is my cup of tea that I've got. I've nearly finished it. Normally I finish it by the time the race starts. And if we're only into Q2, I've not got much left.
Oh, gonna have to invest in a flask.
I've actually got a birthday present, not birthday present, Christmas present, sorry, which my nan got me. It's a personalised mug, so it's got my name on just on the inside, and it's got an Xbox controller as the handle. It's really good.
Cool. Sounds like I want one.
But into Q2 we go, and Blazer Guns is doing the usual trait of him. First out on hard tyres. He has done this ever since I've commentated on him since last season. Always goes out, Q2, hard tyres, sometimes loses it on them as well. So don't do that this time, Blazer. Please. This is obviously the session where people start or decide to choose what tyres they want to start on. Few on softs, Primus coming out on softs, as is Grunt. Wants to get track position, but Chris, Mick and Daniel looking at the mediums. Not many going on medium tyres, has to be said, top notch. So maybe they want that advantage at the start.
Yeah, surprised to see Blazer out on the hards. Might just be down.
He always does it.
Yeah.
He always does it. The only one as well. The only one that does it.
Definitely quite a few coming out on the softs, so that's surprising to me. I'm not even going to go and try on the mediums.
Daniel is. Yeah, but most of the front runners from Q1 are going on softs. Evening, Roberts. Welcome to F4 as always, a regular viewer, so good evening to you. Obviously, if you're just catching up, Roberts, we had a incorrect lobby setting, so that's why we're in Q2, 50 minutes in to the stream. So to cover that up, clear that up, as Blaze is going to be the first to settle up on these hard tyres. This could be interesting, what he sets.
Yeah, I think you'd definitely get a benefit if he was to look to actually start on them to get a few laps out of them, probably. They're only going to get faster and faster, as you know.
Thing is, though, I don't think he'll be able to get through on these hard tyres because they're so slow compared to softs. As I said, it's like 1.8, 1.9 seconds.
Yeah,
for them.
definitely.
They're durable, but they're too durable. Oh, that was close.
Done well to save that.
Yeah, he did. He's running no assist as well, so it's way doing that, but it's very good to save that though. Right. So that's who's on the lap behind him? Is it Racing Point?
Next
No.
Run Catastrophe, I think, is next.
Yeah, in the Renault. I'd say to get through the Q3, I'd say probably a low to mid 32.
Yeah, definitely
safe.
mid 32. I think you want to get.
Hit a 31, you're more than safe, I would say.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, I'd say like a mid to high 32. Where the car is going to be.
He got a little bit caught out by the cambered, run it very wide in that penultimate corner. Can't run it too wide, of course. Goes fastest, a 32.1, but there was definitely a mistake there, so he can hit the 31, I feel. But for now, it's through to Q2, as his teammate Porter comes in at 32.5. Good luck from Porter.
Yeah,
Vinny splits the Renaults.
32.3.
Who's next? That's an Alpha coming round. I think that's Carlin. It is 32.8. I think he want to get a better lap than that. As Quake, I think, is about to start his.
Yeah, as is Webber.
Mercedes coming through. Both on mediums. Noticing that's the first of the front runners, really, or the pace setters in Q1 on mediums. So it's an interesting strategy to go for.
Junior's invalidated.
Oops. Has he done probably middle sector somewhere? Saving ERS though, he can easily go again on these tyres, but would he want to do a second lap on them?
It is possible, but they are going to be the tyres they start the race on, so maybe just a slow lap and then go again to get a gauge on time.
Breaker really sliding the car through that right-hander in the middle sector. The back straight though, we got to open up DRS, use all the ERS and overtake, well, not all of it, obviously, but most of it. And you've got to be very careful, especially making an overtake because it goes left as you're braking. Very difficult corner. Bites the curbs well though. McLaren. Oh, he's run too far over the curbs. In now, that's that lap gone. What's he going to do? Boxes. Probably going to go on softs now. Not what he wanted. There we go. But Webber behind has kept the lap valid. Somehow, I guess. Penultimate corner goes very wide as well. 32.9. That looked a scruffy end to that lap though.
Yeah, very good lap on the mediums, 32.9. To get in that 32 mark on mediums is respectable.
Yeah, we're very wide that last corner though, so there's more time now. Junior's invalidated again. I think he gave Connor a little bit of slipstreaming.
Yeah, Connor's invalidated as well.
Oops. That's not worked out, has it?
Blaze is invalidated as well. Primus has as well. Quite a few have.
So is Connor's going for another lap. Junior's back in for another set of tyres. That's the way he goes. Williams going around, Blazer. Doesn't improve on his lap. 38.4. It's definitely not quick enough, Blazer. Right, who's next? Mercedes or Webber. Is he on another lap? No, he's going to be back in. So Renault's at the moment. First and third for Gonchastrophe and Porter. Very good from the Renault team so far.
I don't understand why Grant Vinny's gone 3 laps on his tyres. If they're going to be the ones he start on.
Ooh. Yeah, it's not going to get... He's gone straight over there, so he's in about 4 laps on these.
Yeah. I'm not sure as to what's going on there.
Maybe he doesn't intend to spend a long time on them, really.
Maybe not. Connor, Todd, purple in the middle sector.
Yeah. So anything in the 31s will be very safe indeed. He's looking at a 32. Oh, he's... yeah. I knew as soon as he turned in. And it was a 31.7 as well. Oof. I think he was a bit too greedy with that because he didn't have to cut that corner. But the problem is with this, the reason why it's so easy to cut is when you turn in, because most of the turns are long and sweeping, and you've got to carry the speed. As soon as you turn in, once you've made a line of your car turning in, that's it. You can't turn out of it. And if you turn in too early, boom, got to cut. Turn in too late, your track gets down.
Yeah, sure.
That's how corner cutting works, people.
I don't know if he's going to run out of fuel or not, but he's looking very fast.
He's going none. He's going none of you. He's going no ERS through here, so the racing points a little bit under pressure here. Not ideal. Quaker's on the lap as well. There's a Torossa coming around. It's Maniac, who's... Was he on... Yeah, he was on softs. He thinks he can beat his lap on mediums. Actually, he said a 33.5, so yeah, he's changing his strategy.
Yeah. See, he's probably seen that a lot of people are struggling. Worth a go.
Oh, charisma, Jesus. Yeah, that is a tracker step. And that one. Just me. But even I can tell that was. Right, Quaker's about to finish his.
Yeah, looking very fast, Quaker is. 2 turns to get through. Very tight through that one. Crossing the line. Goes fast.
Too flat. Good from Quaker, exactly what he needs, championship-wise especially. See how Maniac's getting on. He's invalidated already on this lap, so he'll be going for a second, possibly.
Charismic's coming into the pits. So, dead first. Next.
Oh, he's got that gearbox thing. So I'll keep it on this view.
Yeah, I keep it on this view.
33.5. I don't think that's going to be quick enough. And Maniac's in. That's an interesting call. He could have done a second lap on those mediums, but he decided to go on softs, and he's not going to have a lot of time left.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a very quick turnaround. Get them on, get back out. Maybe drop the fuel a little bit.
So Junior's going to be next, running that car very close to the wall as he turns in, just opening up the corner. Takes it down, nice. On the curb, but not too much. Favoring the throttle. Gets that break in. That's very easy to run too hot into that corner, but he's done that nice. Final 2. He's got a bit of VRS left, which is always good to have. One's on the curb. 32.3. That should see him safe. Right, so who's in danger under pressure? So Connor's yet to settle up. He's on an out lap now. Blazer's obviously... Yeah, Blazer on mediums. Charismatic down in 13th. Primus. Daniel. Maniac's in danger, as is Teddist. I think the top 7 should be safe, but Carlin's on an out lap, I think, at the moment as well, as is Porter. This is unusual from the Racing Points. Normally, I don't know if you agree with me this as well, Top Notch, but they're normally, you know, straight up Q1, bang, safe. Straight up Q2, bang, safe. This is the first time I've actually seen them under pressure here.
Yeah, I think it's much to do with this track and its hard track limits. Primus coming into the 3rd sector. See what he can do time-wise.
It's going to be the next one.
105.3
yeah, it's the next one set.
Good 2nd sector time.
That was so close on the limits though as he turned into that corner.
Now it's all
Bit
about
tense
holding it
because
together.
runs out a little bit. See the difference as well in the EOS management. You saw Junior, he was in mode 3. Primus in mode 5. 32.7 though. That could see him through.
Yeah, it's going to be on the cusp, I think.
See, Teddist is done. Teddist is done in the Ferrari. 5-1 from corner middle sector. This is a good lap.
Yeah, 2 temps up on Primus.
Just need to keep it clean though.
Oh,
he's
very
sideways.
wild.
Oh goodness. Now he's under pressure. On it, none of the rest. He's got time left. So he can go another lap. 33.3. He's got to go. He's got to go again. Maniac under pressure as well.
That little mistake lost him easily half a second.
Yeah, just run it far too quick. Daniel's next. Seconds to go. Daniel up to 3rd. He's safe now. Oh, a sigh of relief.
What is it? Blazer. On the mediums, what can he do? 33.9.
Enough.
Not enough.
14th at best. Charismatic on the softs.
2nd up on his time so far. Yeah,
7th.
32.5.
Nice. Honor and Maniac. 2 championship protagonists in trouble at the end of Q2. Very unusual to see it. 5-2 from Connor. It's slower than what he's done, but all he wants is a clean lap. I think if he keeps this clean, it should be fine.
Maniac goes 7th.
Maniac goes 7th.
32.4.
Still down to Connor.
Webber's
on the lap as well.
Only up half a tenth so far.
Ooh.
What can Connor Todd do though?
He's alright.
Across the line.
He's 7th.
Just pipped.
So
Maniac.
it's down to Webber to knock out his teammate, because his teammate is on the bubble in 10th.
Didn't quite catch what his 2nd sector was there. But it's looking very clean. If he can hold it together for the next 2 turns.
This is another one that looked quick as well. In practice and lead up to this. He's had to leave it all in line. Oh, 31.8. Yeah, more than safe. But you had to leave it right at the death. But it puts Primus out in 11th. That might ruffle a few feathers.
Yeah, Primus very unlucky there. Good time from him, respectable time, 1:32.7, but that's not enough. a tenth and a half.
Well, that was a bit of bit of pressure from people I didn't necessarily expect to be under pressure, it's fair to say. That was an interesting session. Right, so eliminated from Q2, Laser Guns in the Williams, Tedist in the Ferrari 14th, Bottler 13th in the McLaren, Carlin 12th in the Alfa Romeo, Primus in 11th, just missing out on Q3. I still think he'll be very happy with that. I don't think he was confident going into this. And the top three, top notch.
And third position again, Quantastrophe. And then second position, Quaker Oats. And first position again, Ciara Webber.
I tell you, two people that'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Connor and Webber. The last moment, Connor just sneaking in, and Webber, I know he went top, but left it right the last lap. Oh, there you go. Primus, you said to me, I think I remember rightly, you said you wasn't that confident going into this race. So P11, you'll be first on fresh tyres. I guess you'll be relatively happy with that.
Yeah, in brutal honesty, Russia is one of my meh tracks. You know, like I'm not amazing at Russia. It's not my favourite track. My goal today was to at least get into Q2 and get into a higher finishing position in Q2. And I've done that, and I've maximised literally the highest position I could physically get in the second qualifying session. So as much as anyone else would be a little bit bitter missing out on Q3, I mean, at P11 start, I'm actually okay with that. I'm not bothered with that. It's a good starting position. Gives me plenty of time to react in case anything happens in front of me.
Yes, obviously, I've always thought that anything from 7th to 14th is not the ideal place to start, especially with that long run down to turn 1. I guess your first objective is to, well, keep clean in the first lap and see how the race goes, and then pick off positions maybe on your fresher tyres.
Yeah, so obviously the perk about this track is that in the race I've noticed the temperatures are a little bit lower, so the soft runners aren't going to be putting too much strain on their tyres. However, if anyone's put a little bit of extra strain on their softs into the their out laps and their quali laps, obviously they will have a little bit of a disadvantage. But yeah, I'm gonna ride out on fresh tyres. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made before in Italy, where I went on the harder compound. I'm going to go nice and easy, going on the mediums. I'm going to watch out into turn 1 on what these guys are doing. It's a shame that I set that P6 in Q2, and I thought I was safe. I was like, holy moly, like I'm actually getting into Q3. It's like I didn't even anticipate I was going to do this, but I made a mistake going into the chicane after the bridge, and that's where I costed myself at least a couple of tenths of a second. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about today. I mean, you already know my goal. I let you know about it. My goal today is to beat Chow or P45. If I can beat the pair of them, that would be an added bonus. But we're tied for 4th right now, so I need to beat them.
Well, we'll see. Obviously, you got knocked out or pushed out of Q2 by your teammate Webber, but Webber definitely does look quick at this track. Do you reckon he will be up there in qualifying? Left it right at the death though in Q2, so he might be under a bit pressure.
Webber really likes this track. It's his favourite. I mean, when we became teammates, we said, right, what's the strongest track? And we both instantly said our favourites. I said Monza, he said Russia. If he prioritised me in Monza, I'd prioritise him in Russia. I didn't have a good Italian Grand Prix because of my own mistake, so he ended up getting a good position there, and it still sticks. This is his track. I'm not going to compromise him. So I have a feeling Webber's a definite podium. I want him to win, but I think he's going to get a podium at least. Depends on what Quaker and Connor can chuck out. But Charismix, I'm keeping an eye out for because this man is XF3 and he's a quick guy. So I'm not going to rule out Charismix.
Fair enough. Yes, any questions for me, Top Notch?
No questions. Just good luck in the race, mate, and keep your head out there into turn 1. It's a tricky one.
Yeah, so that's just going to be the plan. Before I go, prediction from me, I reckon it's going to be Weber, Grantastrophe, and then Connor.
Okay. Thank you very much,
That's
Primus.
my
All
top 3.
the best to you.
And to you lads, enjoy the race and the quali.
We will. It's going better than last week already.
Most definitely. At least we get to carry on.
Right, all the best. Maybe to it.
Yes.
As your teammate goes pole. Yay, good timing. Good timing as he leaves the party, his teammate goes pole. 31.9 from Weber. As we're already midway through Q3. So yeah, by the looks of it, I think I'd say 31.6 for pole. I think Weber's got a few more attempts in him, or maybe someone else can challenge him. Yeah, P11 for Primus, top notch, not too bad on that. All things considered, he's the first on fresh tyres, which can be very, very quick at this game, so yeah, it could be one to watch.
Yeah, definitely a good advantage there in P11.
Do you mind me doing a hot lap this week?
Oh, that's fine, mate. You take it away when there's one on them.
Hey.
Well, ready?
Alright, so let's ride on board with Maniac, championship leader, of course, currently into this Grand Prix. He's out of sync with everybody else in qualifying, but as he begins his lap, make sure to have a good exit down this front straight, open up the DRS, the second line that you hit. Turn 1 is that completely flat out right hand, it's an insanely long run down to turn 1, but this is your first braking zone down into third gear, or you can take it to fourth, no worries, Maniac. Turn 2 and 3, turn 4 completely flat all the way round. Gotta hug the car best you can into that apex, and then turn 5 you've got to swing through this right hand, and the track limits are a pain, but you've got it right. And then turn 6, another 90-degree right hander. Run the car if you can. On there, turn 7 completely flat. Turn 8, it's a very tricky corner, you can just fin the car and be confident. I thought he kept that clean, but anyway. Maybe it come up on that. It didn't come up on mine, but anyway. That was a good lap, and completely gone now. So, is Grantastrophe on? Well, Grantastrophe is on a lap.
Yeah, he is on a lap. Last sector to do.
Needs to find a 10th to beat Weber. Final 2 corners. Nicely done through there. This might be good.
I think this might
It's
just do
good.
it. It is.
Hey! 2-8.
We have a fight on
Have
our
that,
hands,
says-
Brundle.
Have that, says Grant, I think. Right, there we go. So, Vinny's out on the track as well. The rest are in the pits. Quaker's just coming out as well. So, Grantastrophe, Weber up there, Vinny in third at the moment. That's an interesting cut there. It's fine. I think it would have made it round anyway. That's fine. Junior 4th at the moment. Quaker 5th. Maniac under pressure a little bit again. In this, yet to set as is Charismic and Connor.
Yeah, Connor was on really good pace, but he seems to be struggling a little bit. That is understandable on this track. These track limits are dreadful. We all know it.
Yes. Pressure through Q3 as well. Your heart rate just goes a little bit more faster when it's in Q3. Especially if you're on a purple lap. You know, when you're predicted to get pole, you get like purple sectors. And you're up in the pole time. All the pressure on Q3. Definitely something else is how you manage it. But let's do this again. Awarded Vinny. Takes the last corner. Straight up into hot lap and then into overtake. Open up the DRS. Up 200 and what's he going to hit? 209? 210? Yeah, hits 210 as he goes down into the braking zone. I had to put it into third gear, different to what Maniac did. He kept it in fourth, but third for Vinny. And again, he needs to hug the car on this curb on the left hand side and then to the right hander. Run the car over. Sector 1, 33.2 is up on his time. 800 runs it very wide. Just about keeps it. Now this is where we're up to. It's in fifth gear. And in this double apex left-hander, it's got to be very, very careful. Keeps it in fifth. Can run it over to that curb on the right-hand side, but be very careful because the car can spit off if you abuse that curb too much. Right hand onto the back straight. It's not really a straight, it's kind of curved. This right and then left. That's very tricky braking zone because you're turning and braking at the same time. He's 2/10 up. This is a good lap. Under the bridge, the right, left chicane. Runs it a little bit hot on the exit. It's okay actually because it got run a little bit wide on the curves, but it didn't upset him. Car's sliding a little bit. Tyres starting to gain way. Now these final two corners, can he end the lap good? He's got a little bit ARS still left. This might be a good lap. It's in the 31s. 32.0. Lost maybe a little bit that last sector, but 32.0 for him.
Quake is just behind him. Quake to cross the line. See what he can do.
31.8. Oh, just behind.
Matched him.
Been instructed to watch Porter a little bit from the so-called team leader, I think, of Renault, Shane. There we go. Porter on the back straight now. Baker got within 100th of Gonchastrophe. Very close, but not close enough. He's got Connor in front, is about to finish the lap.
Well. Looks quick. Third position.
Very competitive session. 2 temps covering 5. Proved in the last set to 32.5 from Porter. Stays P7. Next, Charismic. Charismic 9th.
Maniac's validated. 40 seconds to get to the line. He might just make it.
He's under big pressure. This is big pressure now.
Been kicked.
Oh. Did you click the wrong thing or just got kicked?
Oh, I just got kicked.
Okay, great.
Oh, shit. I'll do one right back.
No problem.
We've got some kind of error. I didn't even get to read it.
Alright, big pressure for Maniac now. This is his last lap and he's yet to set a lap. Here comes Junior, finishing his lap and stays 6th, 32.1. Daniel's about to begin. Is he going to cross the line in time? He does, and it goes pole! 31.7! Where's that come from? He was on a lap anyway. I thought he was on an out lap. He goes pole. 31.7 from Daniel. That's a great lap. And Connor's in. He's done. It's a P4 at best. Webber's done, so Connor 4th, Webber 5th. For the moment, because there's people on lap still. Oh, Daniel, that was a great lap. Gonchastrophe, though, he's a 10th and a half up in the Renault. Can he spoil Daniel's party if he finishes his lap on? I think he'll beat it. Is he going to get the 31.6? Could it be quicker than that? Over the curb. 31.4. Gonchastrophe takes it away. Is there anybody left? Porter's on a slow lap. Junior's just coming round. Yeah, it's just Maniac. And again, he's yet to set a time. Where's he going to do it? That one and only lap that he hits. Where's it going to put him? 8th. 8th for Maniac. And that is it. So Gonchastrophe takes pole, but a front row start for Daniel in the Haas. That's his best qualifying for a while. Ahead of Quaker third and Connor Todd fourth. Maniac Championship leader 8th in that. Ooh. You back in? All good?
Yep. Oh no, session error. What is going on?
Might maybe restart the game and try it.
Yeah, I can try it. I'll be right back.
Right, no worries. So Grandtastafi takes the pole with a great lap of 31.4. In the end, takes it away from Daniel. Good effort from him, though, to get on the front row. There's Quaker third, Connor fourth, CSO Rubber fifth in... God. Alright, sorry about that. The party went as well. We're having all sorts of issues again. Lost my GoCom. Party's just gone down. At least we're still racing, which is better than last week. We're now here, ready to go in very overcast conditions here for the Russian Grand Prix. I'm sure my GoCom will be back shortly. There you go. Yeah, Rhombus is just a good lap, really, to be honest. I think it's just good to lap up. So definitely congratulations to him. So predictions in the chat, guys. Who do we think for our top 3 going into this very competitive race? I still think it's anybody out of 7 probably. And of course, you got potential safety cars and strategies going through. A long-term one as well can cause problems. So it could be a very interesting race. I'll get Top Notch back in. Of course, nobody should be readying up at this point. All right, Top Notch. Hopefully you can get back in because don't want another similar issue to last week. Okay. Right, there we are. Yeah, slightly overcast conditions, but apparently it is dry, so no problem with that. MRC Whittle says Grunt, Dan, and Butler, the top 3. Where's Butler starting from? He was outside the top 10. Yeah, thank you for that. Definitely going to be interesting. Obviously, you got ones outside the top 10 to watch potentially. If they can pick their way through the first lap, keep out of damage, then that would be good for them. Yeah, Ben, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to get Top Notch back into the lobby. That's why I keep pausing it. So, and I'll try to reduce doing that. Anything, man? Okay. Only thing I would suggest is the last option is press and hold the Xbox button and reset the console and then come back and try it that way. And that's the last solution. If not, yeah, so do that. I'll get the first bit until you come back online. Just join the party back in when you've reset it. Alright, here we go. So the grid is set for the Russian Grand Prix as we go through the grid now. So starting again. Sorry again, party keeps dropping out. Right, so 17th is Kachal in the Alfa Romeo. 16th is Scotsman in the Haas. Blazer 15th in the Williams. All three of those starting on medium tyres. 14th is Tedist, or Ted First, in the Ferrari on the soft spot. The 13th in the McLaren there. He is coming through. Carlin in Alfa Romeo is 12th. And then Primus, we heard him, obviously hoping to pick his way through one by one. He's starting on the medium tyres and 11th in the Mercedes. Then top 10, all on soft tyres. Chris Mick first in the McLaren and P10. Porter 9th in the Renault. Championship leader Maniac will start in 8th place. Big pressure for him. Got to gain some position to make sure he can keep out of danger, because this could unravel his championship lead if he's not too careful. Junior is 7th in the Racing Point. Keen to close the gap to Red Bull and Constructors. 6th, Graded Vinny in the Williams. 5th, Cesar Weber in the Mercedes. I think he'll be quite disappointed with that. We've all been hearing how quick he is around Russia. Let's see if he can go through to the front in the race. Connor Todd as well, P4. Greg Rotes 3rd in the Red Bull. And then our front two guys, Daniel in the Haas, will be very, very happy with that. Especially the troubles he's had in qualifying lately. And with a very quick outlap is Grunchastafy in the Renault. I'm going to wait until Top Notch has tried doing that restart, his console Tomo. And if that doesn't work, then I'll make a decision then. He's back online now anyway, so if this doesn't work, then I'll decide from there. But here we go. Ridding up to grid now. Very long run down to turn 1. Chowan 17th here. Hoping for a very clean start. Of course, they go through technically turn 1. That right-hander, that can all get interesting if they're going 3 wide into there. But here we go. 27 laps of the Russian Grand Prix will be set and ready to go with 4, 5 lights. And lights out and away they go. In the Russian Grand Prix, Daniel gets a very good start on Contrastamy side by side. Going down to turn 1, there's 3-1. Oh no! There's contact. Racing Point is off. And oh, there's an Alfa Romeo. There's 2 Alfa Romeos. Gachal is out on their safety car straight away. I did say potential of 3 wide. It happens. And it was Connor Todd in the Racing Point that got called out. 3 into 1 does not work through that fast right-hander. Connor Todd has got no front wing. Contrastafy has kept the lead over Daniel, but Gachal is out. Both Alfa Romeos got damage as well. That was an interesting start. As you good, Top Notch? Hello? You there? You good?
Yeah,
You good?
I'm
You in?
back.
You missed the start. You missed the crazy
sorry.
start.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's servers lately, you know. Every time you left the party, my microphone kept connecting as well, so there's all sorts. The safety car streak, Top Notch. It continues. Lap 1 already. Oh,
Craziness.
man.
F4 never disappoints. Sorry guys, I'm back in now.
Yeah, you're
Safety
good.
car.
It's all fine, yeah.
Fill me in, Brundle. What happened?
3 wide into technically turn 1 in that fast right-hander. And it looked like, I think it looked like Webber, Quaker and Connor going side by side all through there. And it just looked like, you know, 3 into 1. All it takes is one person to make a sort of wrong move. And it all just goes up. And unfortunately, Connor had no front wing, connected with 2 Alphas, and Gachal was out on the spot. Really unfortunate, but that's the way it goes if you go 3 wide there and racing at the start. That's yeah, Tomo, all good. Thanks for the offer. Tom Notch is back, all fine. Here, so Grismick up 4 places from the start. Great stuff from him. As to the bottlers, so both McLarens have shot up. 6th and 8th now. Tedis as well up 4. Scotsman up 5. But both Racing Points juniors in the pits. On there, has he gone on to mediums? Carlin's gone to hards. They will go safely to the end. Mediums will be a stretch, and Connor's gone out on softs as well. So interesting call there. Already top notch. Started, and Christmas got a 10-second penalty. Track limits on the safety car.
Very hard, very harsh, but got to stay in them white lines. Yeah, we've known for a while now since the patch, and another one for the collision with
as well.
Vinny.
He's not used to the safety car as well. He's getting far too close to the front of Vinny though. Vinny's weaving in his tyres. Christmas far too close. Probably a little gearbox thing as well. You gotta give the gap. You gotta give at least 2 car lengths, and I go to the left or right of the car in front, and that's what I do. There we go. So bottom 4 pitted. Interested from Carlin, that might work, but the hards are very slow, top notch, so I think he's probably looking for another safety car to bring him back, but you never know. Could see him in the money at the end.
Yeah, he might come into play later, but he is going to be very under pressure from Connor, for sure.
Yep.
They just missed the back of the pack there, so they're going to do another lap.
Oh, Chris mixed in.
I must say, the sky looked really quite dark.
Yeah, overcast. Apparently it is dry, though, but it does. Clouds are gathered. What's Chris Mick going to? I would go on to him, but his engine is going. I would assume hard tyres. I'd assume hard tyres. Mediums. Or did he have damage as well?
Yeah,
quite a few. Yeah, he must have had damage hitting Vinny, I would have thought. Carlin Peppermeat is new driver that joined us a couple of weeks ago, I think. Used to be LSEM Carlin. He's changed his name to RSF1 Carlin. So that's him in the Alpha. Replaced Raikkonen, who's into F3 now. So I tell you the person who, in terms of the championship top notch, is looking good, and that's Quaker Oats. Both his rivals are way outside the top 10. Well, long way to go in this race, but good advantage to have for him.
Yeah, he's in a good position, 4th. And all of them top 5, I'd say, are very closely matched. So I expect them to be battling between them. All on the softs, all the way down to 7th.
And this safety car, in a way, actually helps out those on the mediums, especially those outside the top 10. We're looking at Primus in 8th place in those medium tyres. This safety car obviously goes to his advantage as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. Primus is one to look out for at the end as well. He's going to be on the softs at the end of the race. It's going to be very fast if he can keep it clean. Safety car in this lap.
So catastrophe. I think he's done a restart already this season, so he should be well rehearsed how this works. He's got to wait till the safety car comes in. He's bunching the car up. Car's up. Cars have got to give the space to one another. He cannot tap anybody. He's seen the penalties given. Let's see. See when catastrophe goes. As Primus, he's gone over there. That's a tough one. 5-second penalty. Safety car is in. When is Grant going to go? You're going to go now on this corner. Yeah, off he goes.
He's gone.
We're back under racing once again. Lap number 4 of this race. And
Daniel.
Yeah, Webber's caught Daniel. They're both in. Rich and overtake though, so this could be a difficult overtake for Webber. You can see he's not catching. This will be a lunge. Into turn 1 if he makes it. No, thinks better of it. Gives Daniel a little bit of a tap though. Top 3 pulled away. And Webber's looking to move past here.
Blazer guns
better.
and Scotsman side by side. All the way around that long left-hander.
Blazer will attempt, goes wide on the exit though. The first couple of corners though, that's good from F4. All bit of a bump from Scotsman behind. We're all good. So, solid restart from Contrast V in the end, but Daniel nearly got caught napping by Webber. Webber still.
On them soft tyres, he's going to be wanting to get past and get onto the back of Bottler. He's going to have the run on him down there by the looks of it. Into overtake. Going to be side by side if he can, no, he's not got the run.
It'll be a lunge anyway if he goes for it, no. Connor moves his way past Carlin. Carlin, remember, on those hard tyres, he's got to keep with the pack best he can. Oh, late breaks into there. This midfield pack is a bit of a train behind Primus a bit.
Important for Primus to stay on the back of Bottler for the next couple of laps for that DRS.
Yeah, he's going wide though, you can see those mediums.
He gets a very bad run.
First is going to be on him. Again, those not
seems to be struggling
too
down
different.
the straights.
Going for it. Lunge turn 1. But keeps the Blazers on the back of him. Inside turn 4. All the way around. That gives him the room. Blazer guts it. Just tucks in behind Primus.
Beautiful driving. Oh, but wide on the exit.
Goes wide though. Second time he's done that.
Yeah, I think they know that they can get away with that. It's one of the places you can run wide and get
again.
away with it.
Oh,
yeah,
Tennis has on him.
I think you gain time out there, boys.
Oh,
side by side. Great
3 quarters now, Blazer. You're going wide. Come on.
Oh.
They're giving the room.
On the top with a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. Good racing so
Connor
far.
Todd's getting a little bit frustrated behind these medium runners.
Vinny's up behind Quaker at the moment, but this battle here, this Blazer and Primus are the 2 highest on the mediums. Would want to stay there, but he got a pack of hungry cars right behind them.
Should have. Junior would have run on Scotsman down the inside. I don't think he has gone. Late braking. Ooh. Oh, lovely. What a move from Junior. But is Scotsman going to have the run out? He is. Is he going to be up the inside into this curve? It's a tricky place to do it. Side by side.
Oh, Junior's going to be passed by Maniac as well. As Blazer's got past Primus. Maniac, side by side with Junior, a little bit of contact. Connor Todd has got Bowson's teammate as well. Connor's on softs, going really aggressive.
I think Maniac was within his right to take the line.
Yeah. All good racing. This is all for bottom end of the top 10 here. Blazers nearly 2 seconds off Bottler.
Head first. Oh, hits the back of Primus. Just a little love bite, a little love tap.
Didn't get any damage though, so he's all good.
It's all about that exit out of
white
that corner. Gets the DRS, but so does Primus.
He's desperate to have a move.
Yeah, I think he's running some high wings. He can't seem to get him down the straights. He closes up through the corners.
Oh, Daniel's got a move on Grunt. I was keeping an eye on the leaders, but Daniel had a move on Grunt, but he's backed out. He's going to get DRS. Just keeping an eye. We've got Webber behind as well. All 3 of them. They've gapped Quaker Oats by 2 seconds. Yeah, but Webber's might have a run.
Webber has.
Oh, Daniel.
So has Daniel.
No.
It's top 3 running away with it at the minute. Baker getting left behind a little bit.
Yeah, Quaker's got Vinny and Porter, actually. Porter keeping up with these leaders at the front. Good race so far. Oh, Quaker!
Quaker,
It's not what you need.
yeah, Quaker's
There'll be a
gonna
fair
have
few that have
Vinny
penalties, I
all
reckon,
over
by the
back
end,
of
though.
him very soon. Meanwhile, Ted First looking at the back of the Primus. Different tyres. He's going to have to get it done soon. This is about the region where them
Jeez.
tyres are going to go off.
Train. This train's still here.
Porter, 3-second time penalty. And
Laser on as well.
Blazer.
There's going to be
Yeah.
a fair few. I think it's just the fact, just keep them down best as possible.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best strategy. It's hard to do.
Pettis cannot find a way past this Mercedes.
Daniels was
Oh.
right on the back of Gontastrophe. Gontastrophe's gone deep. This is going to give Daniel a run. Oh, that was
again.
very close.
Daniel goes for the move though, but he's going to have DRS disadvantage though.
That's a penalty for
Oh, grab of a pen.
Gontastrophe at the last corner. On for the inside.
Butler's
Got the
in.
move. Got
Early
the
stop.
position.
Early stop for Butler. At mediums. Mediums would just about work from here, so I would assume so. It's get an undercut.
Wing change as well.
Damage. Run takes
Primus
back
and
the
Ted
lead.
First,
Good racing
side
from
by
these three.
side.
The way found turn 4.
Ted First just squeezes
Good.
through.
Oh, Webber with a
Runs
pen.
wide.
That's
Primus back
I
at
think
the
that's a
inside. They're not done.
that's a low.
Lovely
He's
driving.
gives him a bit of a
Gives the
nudge.
position back.
Good one for Primus. He's now going to be under pressure from Scotsman though.
Yeah, don't think there was much
Ah.
Primus could really do there. The car naturally runs out wide when you go through that.
It's all concertinaing up, this is.
It sure is. This
Big
mid-pack. And at the front.
Oh, Maniac. Good run on Scotsman. This will be a
Scotsman.
brave move on the outside. I think he's got the speed to do it though. Oh, Scotsman's still there.
Still there.
2
Maniac
racing
just
points looking at
squeezes
this as
through.
well. Nice.
It's 1-3.
As does Connor.
Junior's sitting there just
Oh,
thinking about it.
Leaders.
Yeah, leaders.
Fantastic's in.
Fantastic. He's into the pits. What's he? Yeah. Gonna go for the undercut. Can be quite big round here, especially if these top two keep fighting, slowing each other down. If he can come out in some clean air, he's going to get some lovely time on these guys.
And he's going to have tons of clean air as well.
Junior on the back.
Absolutely
Scotsman,
tons of it. It's going to be a good call.
Really close. Not close enough. Scotsman
Connor
with a
pitted as
great
well.
1 out of 2.
Connor with his second stop. Onto medium tyres now. That should go safely to the end.
Vinny's
racing so
closed
far.
up bit by bit. On Quaker. He's now right on the gearbox of him. Importantly, Quaker has not got DRS on Webber, so this is going to be hard for him to defend. Here comes Vinny. He's going to be in the braking zone. He's braver.
Ooh,
Forces him to go deep.
close enough.
Good driving. Great driving from these
think-
F4 guys.
Yeah, I think though, out of the top 6, I think Vinny is the only one clean at the moment. I think all the rest have a penalty, at least one. Quaker, that's a late call to the pits, and he goes.
Butler with a 3-second
Porter
time
in as
penalty.
well.
Yeah, they're all pitting.
As is Daniel. Where is Grunt in all this? This is the big thing. Did Grunt get an undercut?
He's
on
had a
these
nice
guys?
clear track in front of him.
Hard tyres for Webber.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake,
That's
mate.
That's an interest. Yeah. I don't think he's done that very well. Purple lost sector from Grunt. I think he's got this. Where's Daniel? Yeah, he's got an undercut.
Yeah, I think he's
Good undercut.
quite a way in front.
There's Daniel.
Yeah, gained a second and a bit. I don't think he
I
gained
think
as
you're
much
right.
as he probably could have.
I think that's the one call from Webber.
Yeah, definitely.
Hard
I think
tyres.
he's going to
That's not going to
struggle
work.
to keep
Oh,
up with
damage.
these guys.
Damage. What's happened there?
Junior and
saw-
Carlin are AI of Scotsman. He's giving Carlin the run side by side.
I think.
Carlin just gets a
there
position.
I think there was a collision between Junior and Scotsman. Yeah, Scotsman's got damage. I saw they were close. And unfortunately, I think that's ended in tears. The Scotsman's going to have a run on Carlin. As Maniac has got past Primus. Scotsman's got past Carlin. Carlin, remember, he's trying to go to the end on hards, I think.
Yeah, sure is.
So actually, he's ahead of those that picked on mediums. He's about 5 seconds
Junior
ahead of
hit
them.
the wall. Oh no. That's surely
jeez.
damage. Yeah.
It is.
Right
He's not
end
pitting.
plate. Yeah, it's going to hurt him around that left-hander in the first sector.
I guess actually for Junior, it's going to trust if he sets the fastest lap. He's getting on with it. For Junior, he can't pit now because softs will nowhere near get to the end, and hards will just put him way out of it. He's got to keep with the damage. It's Primus and Maniac going side by side there. Battle's all over.
Webber's got Vinny on the pits. So
Vinny
is
and Quaker
Quaker.
going close. Yeah. Right, so Grun and Daniel have actually got a bit of a lead. Yeah, Webber's... Is that just a missed call? Did he accidentally put on hards rather than mediums? Do you think?
I'm not sure. He's not losing too much time to Daniel, and he is going to be faster at the end, I think.
You can tell the difference though.
Yeah, he is dropping back slowly but surely. And Quaker's now going to be challenging him round the outside, inside, under the bridge. Oh, and there's contact.
Oh,
Quaker's
contact!
Round. Oh, and Vinny.
Oh, that's ended. Oh, goodness.
Again.
Oh, and Porter giving Vinny a bit of a nudge. That's ended. Not how we wanted. Damage for Quaker. He is not going to be happy with that whatsoever.
Meanwhile, Junior on Scotsman. Scotsman on
Carlin in this as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Quaker's on Ramley. He's spinning the pit lane. That's a lunge. Jeez. It's all on Ramley for Quaker. He was in such a good position for his championship, and he's now 15th, and the penalty speeding in the pit lane. I don't really get a good camera angle out of that, so apologies for everyone. It just looked like just a touch of wheels, touch of cars, and round he went.
Staying with his fight,
Not what he
Carlin,
wanted at all, though.
Scotsman and Junior. All three of them very close.
Quarter of a time penalty himself. I think he's got 2. We're definitely going to have to add them up near the end as Junior gets one himself.
Second.
And Webber.
Carlin's definitely going to be close in the braking zone on Scotsman. Not close enough.
Carlin is still effectively in the net lead here, but he's being caught very heftily by Grunt, who is on the ideal strategy. Plus he's badly, yeah, you can see that runner behind. I think, though, in terms of the podium, I think Porter has a good shout here of a podium. But he's also got a quick guy of Connor behind him. Or quick round rusher anyway. Also, you got the ones leading, actually. You got Blazer leading by 6 seconds. in this. So Blazer could end up a interesting one.
He's looking at the back of Maniac as well.
Junior still can't find a way past Garland.
Butler and Ted
Fantastic's going to be coming up
side
against
by
this.
side. Oh. Butler just got the move done. Kept the position, shall I say. Oh, there's fights all over the place.
There is. Gap to leader. I don't know how long a pit stop is, but I think it's around 19 seconds as Vinny gets some penalty himself. There's going to be a few as Carlin's going to get a run on Scotsman. Going to be on the inside for this turn.
A little bit shaky.
Yes. Gets it stopped.
Got it done.
All over the coast. Scotsman, gets time penalty for it. You see now, Guntastrophe's now come up to these three who are back fighting tooth and nail for this. So it's a bit awkward for Grunt. He's got to keep the gap to Daniel.
Way outbreaks himself, nearly runs into the back with RSF1 Scotsman, loses the position to Guntastrophe. That wing damage is not helping Junior. I was about to say how well he was doing as well with that wing damage. He just outbraked himself
Scotsman
massively.
frontline speed. Scotsman back past again.
Outbrakes himself
brakes.
massively. He's going to have to give that position back.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's going to. Oh, Grunt! He's got to be very careful, Grunt. He's got to... You can see these two, they've been battling last few laps. He's got to be very careful. So much fresher tyres. He's in effectively the net lead. Yeah, this is for the net lead now. If he gets past Carlin. Surely it's about a time, but he's got to be patient.
All the while he's stuck behind these two though. He's going to be losing time to Blazer.
Daniel. Oh, Blazer as well, yeah. I don't know what a pit stop is. It was around about 19 seconds. So that bring Blazer out behind Porter. Here comes Grunt. That's a lunge. Can he get it stopped?
Blazer's going to come out on the soft though with about, I'd say,
he'll be flying.
You know, hopefully if we can push him to like 9 laps left or something like that, he'll be very fast at the end.
Be flying on those softs. Softs are so much quicker at the end of the race as well. What he doesn't need is a safety car.
Butler with a 3-second
Actually,
time
no,
penalty.
safety car may help him. Depends.
So Guntastrophe on the back of Scotsman. Close, but is he close enough?
Or be a risky move if he does. Scotsman's got a lot of
brakes.
Low ring. Right round the outside, lovely. Just kept it clean as well. Scotsman gave him room. Order for a time penalty himself. He's actually keeping ahead of Connor. Connor's not catching him. And he's slowly catching up to Webber, who's still nice hard to remember. Jeez. Before living up again.
And Junior brought himself back into play.
Yeah.
So even with that wing damage, Junior's doing quite well.
See how much it's hurting him now.
Yeah, you can.
And you know, he wants to pit, but he can't. And a flag.
Yeah, no.
I think that's Bottas had a spin, but it's okay. Right. Battle still rages on. Grunt now's got to get on with it. Another yellow flag set to 2. What's going on with this back here? Oh, he's got no front wing at all. He's that's why he was slow. So Portland McLaren way back in 13th. The Scotsman is into the pits. Spinning in the pit lane now.
That's not going to help his cause.
Not at all. Webber's caught to the back of Daniel. Oh, yellow flag set to 3. I think actually there was Butler getting out of the way. As Colligan Jr. Junior to turn 1. just, I think. May have pushed Carlin a little bit, but Daniel's now on the back of these guys. Oh, he did want to make it 3 wide. Is Carlin still there?
You're on the outside.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Carlin backs out of it.
Daniel says thank you very much.
Now you got Webber. Carlin slows up Webber a little bit.
These two both on the hards. Carlin with considerable amount more wear.
Yeah. Daniel's got to get past Junior. Gontastovi's gone. He's 3 seconds up the road. Now Daniel's going to be under pressure from Webber. Didn't get a good run at all. Still thinking about Blazer up front.
Yeah.
All by himself.
These guys on the mediums that have done 14, 15 laps at the front, they're going to start suffering now. They'll start thinking
Blazer's
about that
in.
stop. Yeah, Blazer is. He's called it 16 laps.
Blazer going to come out.
Would have wanted another lap or two to get the best out of softs, but
he's not going to be anywhere near Grunt. Grunt's looking good for this race win. Blazer's out. Where is he going to rejoin? He's actually way behind Porter, so not where I thought. As Daniel's got past Junior. Webber looking a little bit of tap. It's all right.
7 seconds to gap to Porter.
Webber flies
I think
through.
he'll eat into that really quickly. That's how many passes he can get before the softs start to go off.
Okay, he's come out just in front of Connor. So Maniac now leads this race, and when he pits, as does Primus, they're going to come up behind Blazer. They'll be outside the top 10, but like Blazer, they'll be really quick in these last stages. We're on lap 17 already. As Webber, that's a
Todd with a 3 second.
Side by side
Webber
with
and Daniel side by side. Oh, they hit.
Contact!
Keep it clean, boys.
They hit each other. Oh, and Webber just makes it.
Position.
Maybe a bit of argy-bargy there, but all right.
That Junior looking. Oh, Daniel made a mistake. Junior's gonna have to run on him.
Yeah, Daniel's a bit ruffled from that battle.
Yeah, I think Junior just backed out of it a little bit. Thought better of it.
His car jumped back a little bit. I think he recorded what happened there.
Got another 3 second time penalty on that last corner. Got the run on Daniel.
Nice train though.
Yeah, definitely got the run on Daniel. Down to the inside.
Oh, Porter! Porter behind Lunge and Carlin. Can make it stick though. These two.
Side by side, Junior
Daniel's
and
got
Daniel. Oh, yeah, he has. The inside.
Porter's got past Carlin. Right around the outside. Good move from Porter. Porter's on for a good result here now, Renault. In fact, Renault's having a good day in general.
Daniel with a 3 second.
Right, I think lap 22 we'll start counting them. And there'll be quite a fair bit, I feel.
Yeah, it's going to be some work.
So leading this race still is Maniac and Primus, and they've been locked together in an interesting battle. But when they pit, they're going to be up to them to get points back again, but they're still battling with each other. Grunt's in third. A decent gap now to Webber and Daniel. Still keeping an eye on Blazer as well. These two still
Maniac threw
not
a little
pitting.
dummy there. Looked like he was going into the pits and then come out. Bit of mind games there for Maniac.
Eating element. Sorry, I didn't say hello earlier. Bit late to the show, mate. Primus, good run on Mania. Oh my god. Goodness me, 214 miles an hour down there. One still not close enough though.
Yeah, Porter on the back of Junior. I don't think he's going to be close enough now, but he goes for it. Ooh. Up the inside, very close.
Ooh.
Good work from Junior to leave the space. Gone wide round here though.
Look at the gap back to Blazer. 2 seconds. It's coming down there. All this time these guys are battling. Yellow flag set to 2. Oh, Butler's gone. That's middle sector. Where is it? Oh, wow, he's run the wrong way.
Left-hander.
Is that going to be a safety car? That could be an interesting thing. If it does. I don't think so. Would have been called by now, so... Okay. That's a shame for Butler. He's had a bit of trouble in this race.
Porter on
No
Junior.
front wing. In fact,
Oh, he backs out of it. I think it's better with it going side by side into that braking zone. Oh, and then he loses the rear.
slides it. Carlin's going to have another look at him.
Wild
Look.
Blazer is coming.
Oh,
Side by side.
Oh.
Carlin's clipped his front wing.
Contact.
Oh, Blazer just scoots past him.
oh, did he? Yeah, he got by with no damage. I think that was because Carlin was recording something there because the guard, again, jumped back a bit.
Yeah, that did a little bit. Blazer guns done one. Walter noticed it and got away. He's got the run on Porter. Inside line.
Absolutely
Done
flying.
Lovely. It's on his radar as
I think
Junior. We know Junior's got wing damage, so he's going to struggle.
Yeah, Junior's really trying to take those mediums. I think Junior's praying for a safety car right now.
I think you're forgetting about Gruntastrophe, mate. Gruntastrophe's on 11 lap old mediums. They can go to the end.
Yeah, he'll be alright. He'll be fine.
So, when these two pit, he's going to be the net leader.
Element saying to you, Top Notch, how was your brew?
It's gone.
In other words, tea, for anyone who doesn't know that word.
I'm on to Monster.
Mine's long gone. Oh, Primus, big run, big run, big run, big lunge. Oh. It's alright. Okay, slight damage. All these two.
Primus with a 3
time
second.
penalty.
I think they're
Oh,
going to be
Grantastrophe
peeling
nearly
in.
getting caught up. And Primus is in.
Yeah, Maniac staying out. I noticed that Maniac got left wing damage.
He does.
Gruntastrophe's onto the back of him.
I have to say one thing, as Porter gets another penalty, I think that's at least 3. So it would be a fair few. Maniac not making it easy for
Got
Gruntastrophe.
past Junior easily, I must say, with that DRS.
He is absolutely flying, Blazer. I think he's got a good shout for a podium here.
Yeah.
Big shout. He's now got 2 seconds to Daniel, who's in an FP3. In fact, he is 6.8, is 6.5 seconds behind Grunt, with
Yeah, I
6
think
laps
he's
to
gonna
go.
Maniac as well when Maniac hits, so it's going to bump him up the position as well.
He's into 4th at least. Just considering, oh, the fast set to 3. That's Charismic off. He's got damage as well. Both McLarens have had a shocker. Virtual.
Vinny
Charismic's
with a
off.
3 second time penalty.
Oh,
That's out of the bridge in the first sector. Around this left-hander.
I bet Maniac and Junior are oh my god, how's that not a safety car? That was right on the racing line. I bet Maniac and Junior are saying, why was that not a safety car? Surely Maniac's going to pit now.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't.
he doesn't.
That'd have been the perfect time.
Maybe he's thinking he can go
What
to
is
the
he
end.
waiting for?
Maybe he's thinking he can stretch it.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. He's already pitted, hasn't he?
He's got Gruntastrophe on
Rising off-
7 lap
oh,
fresh
if he
as
takes
tyres.
this. If he takes
Well,
this all
it's
the
gonna
way,
leave
all the
him-
way to the end.
If Gruntastrophe gets past him, he's then got Webber behind him on hards. It's going to be hard for Webber to get past him on hards, even though they're fresher.
He got Blaze in that Williams. That virtual safety car's put him right in it.
Yeah.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. This is brilliant. Wait, has Junior pitted as well? Yeah, Junior's doing the same thing.
Yeah. They can do it.
They're going to
It's
go
very
another
hard
7
to
laps.
do. But yeah, you can do it. It's a very low wear track, so good call for him. The situation arose and he stayed out.
I think in some ways it's the only thing he can do. Because if both...
Well, he was battling with
with a
Primus,
penalty
and
as
Primus
well.
is now in 12th position, so that's where he would have come out. So, you know,
Grunt.
I
And the
think it's a
outside,
good
there's
call.
surely... He's not. You want to check penalties?
Yep, I can do.
Alright. I'm still not finding a way by.
So Maniac has 6 seconds and a 5 second. I don't know if he
Ooh.
served that.
Okay. Run.
Catastrophe has 1 penalty and 1 warning.
Okay, so that's 3. Weber's got a fair
3
few.
penalties. No warnings.
That's 9.
Daniel has
Must be
1
still
penalty.
campaign. Okay, Blazer.
Wow.
Blazer's...
Wow. Like, I
What?
can't count to that number. Blazer
Huh?
has a lot of penalties.
Oh, he
Blazer
has a
has
lot. How many?
Yeah. I'm talking like 5 or 6. Oh,
Grunt, no! No! He got too impatient. He lunged up on the inside. He's round.
Yeah, Junior has
He drops to 5th.
9 seconds at least and a couple of warnings.
Okay. Oh,
Porter's got
Grunt.
5 penalties as well.
Goodness
Alan
me.
has 1 penalty, 2 warnings.
So who's in the best position? I think. So Weber's got 3, you say? As Blazer's got past Daniel. And Grunt's got past. This is all happening too much. Weber is trying to find a way past Maniac. How many? Blech. How many did you say Maniac had?
Maniac has
Got to give it to
2
Maniac though.
penalties.
He is 2. Weber has 3. Blazer has a lot, so Daniel has 1. Daniel's in line for the victory if he stays within this gap. But Weber's getting a go on Maniac. Into turn 1. And I think it's been a valiant effort for Maniac, but Weber's gone through. Now Weber's got to get the gap, but he's on hard tyres. I don't know how that's going to work.
And here come Blazer. Round the outside, inside for this turn.
Oh! Oh!
Maniac gets the run.
Surely he's going to have the better grip. No! Oh, it's happened again!
Blazer's round
Oh!
and...
No!
Daniel.
Why? Why? Daniel's hit him to the damage. He does. Oh, God.
Yeah,
Little-
sure does.
What is going on? He was
Yeah,
on
I
the
understand your
inside.
frustration, Blazer, mate, but you can't do that.
Tennis is out. Where's that? Oh, that's a big off. Big off. Oh, well, it's the ball. That's too late for a safety car, unfortunately. That would have been interesting. Oh, it's all unravelled. Oh, goodness, Blazer, why? He can't get the luck, can he? He was so... he can't get a good result for anything, can he, right now? Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Gap to leader. There's gap to leader. Apparently Carlin there's no penalty, so he's got to jump right up through the field, apparently. Someone in the chat has just said. But Grunt with that spin is actually going to get back on the podium because he's gone past Daniel. Daniel's got damage. Daniel was in such a good result as well. He's trying to hold it around the outside. That's never going to work. Oh, I don't know anymore. Top notch, I don't know. Daniel's really struggling. He cannot hold
Yeah,
it.
he is struggling.
Such a good race, and now 2 racing points are somehow in it. Ginny somehow still
Porter on
fourth.
Junior.
Despite the damage.
Junior. Wow.
Connor's into 6th. Connor's had an all over the place race, and he's in 6th. Well over the curve there, Porter. Webber's gaining a gap on Maniac because Maniac's got that damage. Webber could be in this now. Greg Gross is left. Can you run him back, please?
Yep.
So, yeah, Maniac has 1 less penalty than Webber, doesn't he? So, Webber at the moment is on for this race win, I believe. Actually, can you check juniors? Did you check juniors?
Yep.
Because if juniors clean,
I think Junior's got 3 and a warning.
as in 3 penalties, so that makes it 9.
Yep.
Right, I think we'll just see at the end. Well, that all just... It's all... gone... I don't even know anymore. It's so many times... So many times that you've seen who can win this race, and it's just... First it's one guy, first it's Daniel that could win, then it was Grunt, then it was Webber, then it was Maniac, then it was Blazer. Now they're all... God, as well, this race is tops and turvy, but I think Webber, he's still extending the gap to Maniac. I think he's got this if he keeps this clean. And when he made that decision for hard tyres, top notch, I think that was still was the wrong call, but he's made it work somehow. Don't know how.
Yeah, it sure has.
So, hats off to Maniac, I think, though, as well. In second. 24 laps. Junior 24 laps. Both have
Porter.
damage as well.
3-second time penalty for Porter. Trying to get close to Junior.
Last lap. We're on the last lap of this race. In terms of the championship, Quaker's out the points. Really depends whether Connor and Maniac, because Junior gets another penalty. Really depends where Maniac and Connor end up, top notch, I think. But
Yeah, it's all on the
Quaker's
fence.
not what he wanted at all. I think really the key to this victory, I think, for Webber is just keeping his head. Kept patient, he kept with the leaders. Just went about his own business, I think. Sorry, my phone. Quite close, but Webber, he's got a few more corners to go now. Driver of the day, I think he's a definite shout for it. There could be others as well. But he's got 2 more corners to go. He's just got to keep this relatively clean. I think he's got this. He's definitely ahead of Maniac. But he comes around the final corner to take the Russian Grand Prix on track. And this is where the result's going to jumble up. Maniac
Yeah, I think it
going to
is.
come home second.
4 seconds behind.
Grunt to second. Maniac third. Junior to fourth. Connor to fourth. Carlin up to
Carlin
fourth.
up to 4th.
He was penalty free. He jumps both racing points to
Foxman,
4th place.
8th.
Primus
Up to 8th.
jumps Scotsman to 8th.
Daniel up to 8th.
No, Daniel does. And Blazer 11th. Oh my god.
Vinny. I think Vinny
Gets
jumped up a
overtaken
couple.
by Vinny. Oh boy, F4. Why do you keep doing this to me? I mean, I don't even know. So that's Webber's third victory of the season, I think. Second or third of the season. And we knew he was quick, but I think he just kept his head. He kept his head, kept with the leaders on those hard tyres, and maybe the run crawl. But he made it work top notch, and that shows he knew he was quick around here. We knew he was. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, great race from the F4 guys there.
Think, based on the fact that he took hard tyres from the beginning, and he's penalty free, I think driver of the day for Carlin. For me personally, there's a lot of good shouts in there,
Yeah,
but run through the top 10. Webber with the victory, Gonchastrophe second in the Renault, Maniac third in the Toro Rosso. Good defensive drive from him. Carlin fourth in the Alfa Romeo. Fifth and sixth for the racing points. I think considering everything as well for them, they'll be relatively happy with that result. Porter seventh, Daniel P8, Primus ninth, and Scotsman 10th. Jeez. Goodness me. Let's invite Carlin as well. Get thoughts on driver of the day.
Yeah, keep it out of the chat, please. Laser guns, mate.
Yeah, no worries. It's been timed out. Right. Put a tick in the box, please. Everyone. That's if you haven't done this before.
Yeah.
It's telling me to include my audio. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, wow. What a race that was around Russia. If I do third, you do second, top notch. I do first, and you do driver of the day.
Yeah, it's fine with me, mate.
Okay. Who got third? I forgot. Maniac, third place. He forgot after all that. That was interesting. Well, that was an interesting race from yourself there. Looked all lost until I forgot that you were trying to take mediums to the end, and it worked. But you had to put a very defensive drive towards the end there as well. I thought you were going to pit like late on and go on softs like what Blazer did, but Jesus, if you end up, either winning the championship or near the top end, a driver like that definitely under immense pressure throughout the whole weekend, really, because qualifying didn't go smoothly.
Oh God!
To get a podium at the end of it, you must be thrilled with that. You must be breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely ecstatic. I mean, I knew Grunt was going to beat me because it was annoying. The last few laps, I had 3 seconds. I was like, okay, I was fine. And then I did another one. I was like, at this moment in time, if I just keep my head and defend well, I could probably get third. I had a feeling Grunt would jump me, which he did, which I wasn't bothered about. I'm just over the moon. The fact that I'm even on the podium with how poor I was in quali. I just could not get my head into it in quali. I just didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, and obviously, in terms of your championship, obviously Quaker, unfortunately had that incident midway through the race, and he dropped out the points. So, in terms of something on him, he gained, and also on Connor as well. Connor covered the 6th and still got in the points, but you gained points on them. So, again, you extended your lead in the championship. So, as you say, difficult race, but you got something out of it, so all good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I was telling myself at the beginning of the session before it even started, I was like, if anyone was going to win this race, I would either want it to be Webber, because he's up for sense, he's not Connor Todd or Quaker, who's like in my battling me for the championship right now. But I was just kind of like, if Webber wins, that's fine, because I mean the 25 points can go to him, that's fine, as long as it's not Quaker or Connor.
He's not
And then-
mathematically out of it though.
No, I know he's not, but I'm saying I would prefer.
I
Webber
know
to
what you
win
mean.
it
I know what you mean.
over those two. But yeah, like you said, it was basically just a defensive race from the get-go. What made it harder was I've had damage for the last, I think, for about 25
Yeah,
laps.
that as well.
I had right yellow wing damage, which was playing a huge part in my pace, was so off, and I was just surprised I was able to keep most drivers behind. I mean, it was a shame between I don't know who was the first. I don't know if it was you, Grunt, that kind of went on the inside of me on that turn and got clipped. Yeah, obviously in the same with Blaze as well. There's nothing intentional there. I have wing damage. I'm just defending for my life, and I'm trying to give space as much as I can. And unfortunately, these things do happen.
Okay. In terms of Japan next time out, what are your feelings going for that track next week?
I'd say Japan's one of, if not my strongest track. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I can do as well, if not better, in Japan. Maybe, you never know, that first place might be waiting for me there, but we'll have to wait and see.
You still haven't won yet, have you?
Yeah,
You're leading the championship, you still haven't won a race.
Still waiting, yet.
Are you gonna do a Keke Rosberg? You win one race.
Mate, even if I win the championship, which I'm not saying I will, because there's plenty of people fighting for it. But if I was to win it and I wasn't to win a race, I think I'd be very disappointed in myself, because at least Quaker and at least Webber and at least Connor can all say, I think Connor's won.
Yeah, he's.
They can,
I think he's won
they
a
can all
race,
say like,
least,
at least I've won a race, and I'm like, yeah, I've come second.
Yeah. Anyway, well done on your podium.
Thank you very much.
A return to the rostrum. I think it's been a while actually. So.
I don't know where it came last. Well, I mean, Singapore didn't happen, so.
You were fourth in Monza, so close. So.
Yes. But yeah, thank you very much, and congrats the other guys on the win.
Okay. Moving on to second place, top notch.
Thank you. And on to Grantastrophe. Good qualifying for yourself, mate. Battling with Webber. I think Webber just pipped you at the end there, but you still started in a good position. And topsy-turvy kind of race, but you come out with a good second position. How do you feel about your race, mate?
Pretty disappointed, pretty angry, but trying to keep that inside of me right now. Qualifying was great, loved that lap, but obviously the race was mine to win, and then I went on the inside of Maniac and he just cut me off, made me spun, but I just came back and fought and brought back second place, which I should have got first really, but is what it is. End of the day, stuff happens. Still glad I came in second.
Yes, it is one of them kind of things that can happen. But that's a good result for yourself. Late comer to the league, but picking up some good results lately. So good work. And how do you feel about the next race, Japan?
Hate it. Might call in sick. I'm joking.
Well, you hate it as much as I do.
Yeah, I absolutely hate the track. My worst one on the calendar. And if I don't turn up, you know why.
No,
Come
understandable.
on, you never know. You never know. I'm still gonna race. I'm gonna have zero expectations, and normally you have a good result with zero expectations. So.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
No, good race for yourself, mate, and good luck for the next race as well.
Yeah, well done to Webber for the win as well. Congrats to him. He had pace all week, all day, even.
Yeah, look, you would have won it on track, but it's what it is.
Yeah. Oh well.
I'm sure that'll all get sorted, and then I'll pass it on to Brundle for first place.
Yes. Top notch. How many points it was Webber on going into this?
75, the same as Primus, I believe.
No, I was on about 60 something, but I think that takes me over all of them.
Yeah, that was Charles and someone else.
I believe your second win. Sure, it's not your first win.
Hungary. I've won.
Second win. Yeah. So, yeah. First of all, congrats on the win. Second of all, why hard tires? I know it worked out, but why?
I didn't mean
Was
to.
it intentional?
I just went into the
Ah, I
tips
knew
and
it would.
just,
I knew it,
just
knew
put
it.
me on the hards automatically. I probably should have checked, but I didn't check, and when it put me on the hards, and yeah, but I just had to get on with it really. And I mean, I knew I had good pace, so I knew I could still push. I mean, I was hoping for a safety car so I could pit and go onto softs, but because I wasn't thinking in a million years I'd get a podium, but my pace on the hards was actually really good, and I was really happy with it.
Yeah, obviously, people were saying in the practice session, obviously you showed it through qualifying. Q3 a little bit on the back foot possibly. Considering the pace in Q1 and Q2.
Yeah, well, I actually went faster in Q1 than Q3, which is pretty funny. I messed up my lap in Q3. Sorry, I was 2 temps up in the first sector, and I only had 2 wheels off the track and just invalidated it. So I was pretty pissed off about that, but it's what it is. I was probably on for I think I was on for about a 31.6, but it's what it is.
Yeah, so all good. And obviously that win, as Top Notch has mentioned to me there, on 60 odd points, obviously that win would put you now closer to the top 3 than I thought you were, so I'm guessing you're not giving up yet on this championship, are you?
Definitely not. I mean,
Especially
I had
after
a
that.
very unfortunate start to the season. Got taken out a few times under the safety car where I probably could have also got wins there, at least good points at least, but it's what it is. But as soon as it comes to Monza, all my strong tracks start coming, like Italy I'll enjoy, Singapore, Russia, Japan's meh. I mean, it's just Japan, isn't it?
Ooh.
But
Take it off the track, or should we do the short track instead? It's not as long. But yeah, obviously, so yeah, you could be coming up on the outside in a horse racing potentially.
yeah, definitely not going to give up on it. I know I'm still in it at the minute, but we'll see. I'm going to put a lot of practice in for Japan because I know it's a tricky track, and yeah,
and obviously we've got to redo Singapore, so that could be your trump card at the end of it.
Well, I don't know how many points I am behind. I think I'm about 60
We'll
or
figure that
something,
out at the end.
I don't think it's over by any means, but we'll see.
I mean, mathematically, the top 10 are still involved, actually. But
well, yeah. But
I'm going to sit there and
We'll
take
see-
points
we'll
away
see
from every single one of them.
we'll see how it goes.
That's the plan.
yeah, congrats on the win and all
Yeah,
the best.
thank you very
By the
much.
way, just putting it out there. I'm not obviously cheering Webber on. All I'm saying is more the merrier, please. I want to get to Singapore and it'd be like 4 or 5 that could still win it.
Yeah.
You know, so more the merrier. More the merrier. We don't want this sorted by Brazil, do we? No, we don't.
No.
Take it to Singapore, the last race, the rerun. Build it up. Oh yeah, F2 still got Austria, but there you go. But yeah, build it up. Still got 4 or 5 people left in the championship, constructors as well. That'd be amazing. But we'll see. We'll see come that. Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, but moving on to driver of the day, Mr. Carlin. Top notch, actually. Yeah, you take it away. Driver of the day.
Yeah, so Carlin, good drive from yourself, mate. Nice and clean. I think that's the main reason people give it to you. Myself being the main reason why I give it to you. Just jumped so many at the end there, and yeah, to get no penalties around Russia's quite a feat, mate. So deservedly driver of the day.
Yeah, I just had to keep it clean for the whole race. I knew everyone had penalties in front of me. I was hoping Gunchashi had a little bit more so I could get a podium, but it just didn't happen.
You have no idea how hard I tried to keep that clean. Stressed.
Oh, good drive from yourself, mate. And Looking on to Japan, how do you feel for Japan? You feel like you could be back
Hate
up
it.
there, maybe on the podium?
Absolutely hate it. Nope.
Oh
No.
God.
Not the podium, the gravel pit then.
Not much love for Japan right now, is it?
No, definitely not. Not in
No
this
one likes
climate.
it.
I was going to say. I was going to say one of the other reasons as well. Obviously, you took hard tyres from the first lap, was it? I think.
I had to,
Um,
especially after
yeah.
what happened on the straight. I'm surprised my race didn't end there.
yeah, must have got a front row seat of that. Yeah, obviously good effort from that. I kept the pace around and kept as consistent as possible. That's always a good thing. Could have you would battle for the win as well at one point. But yeah, very good effort and kept it clean. All those factors, driver of the day for yourself. So very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, and that's it. That's it. Let's wrap things up. And obviously, because of that restart, we've been streaming for 150 minutes. Ah, wonderful. Good race in the end. Top notch, I think. Very good battling all round. A few contentious issues, but that's league racing, isn't it? You're going to get it. With a highly competitive field and a highly competitive championship, that's still anyone's, really. It's all it takes is someone to win a race and others to falter, and then you're back in it. So, as I said, more the merrier. We want to get to Singapore, last race, and at least 3 people still involved. Even if there's 2 people still involved, I still would love it. But we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed on that. But I'm enjoying the ride all the way. I'm sure that you're the same as well.
Yeah, sure am, mate.
Alright, so that has been the Russian Grand Prix around F4. Next week, as we mentioned, it's the Suzuka, the Japanese Grand Prix, a very formidable driver's track. Most are not looking forward to it at all, but who will take it? Take the race winner out there. We'll see next week. Of course, we've got still a few more races around Russia. We've got the F1 championship in tomorrow, F5 on Wednesday, F3 on Thursday to wrap the week off before we head to Japan on Sunday for F2. So make sure you join us for all those. But I'm an RSF1 bundle. My commentating partner, Top Notch, and your podium, RSF1 Maniac and the Toro Rosso. Second is Contrastory in the Renault. The winner, CCRL Weber in the Mercedes. And Cullen, your driver of the day. Take care, everybody. As always, in this time, stay safe. And we'll see you next time.